team, Manuel Celis, plays with Orcas. But here we are. First half on its way. And it's we have Colombia in blue, Norway in white. I'm just gonna mute it down here. Yes. Yeah, and here we have Colombia first to the ball. The Colombian style, they have been through the entire tournament. They have been passing the ball around in a comfortable distance around the goals of their opponents, trying to make the backs switch positions. I know the Norwegian team has been talking about this, the importance of the backs moving well around the bucket and being changed thoroughly on the bottom, and have the patience in the forwards to do the forechecking. And we know Colombia are... Oh, that was a nice pass over the head, but there was nobody there, and then you look a little bit silly. But oh! Great forechecking by the Colombian players here. That is a dangerous weapon with the pressing after they lose the ball. There's a Colombian coming up without his mask, swimming back towards the bench. Loses his mask. It's number 9 leaving the water without a mask. That's Endre V. Gerastveit. So here Colombia moving in, passing back out. Great ball handling skill there. Norway wins the ball, scrumming, but Colombia takes it back out in the corner. And you know, during the day there's been a lot of noise in the pool, but right now it's really quiet. Everybody's sitting watching this game. Wish we could poke the referee on the back and tell him to move a little bit so we can see the action better. But it is good that he stays down there and makes sure that no cheating is going on. There, Colombian moving in, passing around. It is a shame he's right there in front of the camera.
I'm going to say something in 17 seconds.
Okay. Colombia playing around, passing down, trying to... Nope. Stopped by one of the Norwegian forwards. That's Njol out of Molde. He plays with...
He's a very strong player.
Yeah.
Now, 3 minutes have gone by in this game, and Norway has had 0 possession.
That's correct.
Colombia has played with tremendous pace, so that it's almost inconceivable that Norway can survive this. If it just keeps going like this,
yeah, but I think
they'll give a goal up. But maybe they can't keep this pace up. Can they?
I know Norway knew they would see very little of the ball, and what they spoke about is making it count when they have the ball. So I don't think Norway is surprised that the Colombian has a lot of possession. I'm getting we have here 2 players, Simon Diaz, number 10, and Manuel Celis, number 7, will both go with Orcas to the Champions Cup in 2 weeks to play with Orcas.
Gonna stay here in the Nordic region or somewhere around. Well, not Orcas. Colombia's had 2 players beneath on the other side of the basket.
But where is the Norwegian forwards?
This just.
Can we get a? This is
shoulder in the basket there.
A lot of Colombians down. And then.
Oh, now.
And here it's.
He took the fin off.
He took the thing off. There should be a holding.
With a 2-minute penalty.
He comes without his fin up. I actually think that's Amanda's little brother coming out without his fin. But this is what. Okay, we have a Colombian timeout now. Colombian timeout. Oh.
Are they giving 2 minutes to someone? Or?
Yeah, it looks okay. Just to cap here, we have a Colombian timeout. Colombian timeout here. And this is what I know Norway has been speaking about, being patient in the defense, making it count when they have their fast breaks.
But is somebody sent off? Or what is it? Just
We'll try to find out. The Colombians are... It seems like there's a confusion on the Colombian bench here. Hey, by the way, Darrell.
Yes.
The trunks of the Colombian coaches that you see here on the screen.
Yes.
Pink, both of them. Very, very cool. That's
okay.
You said it's some... That is boss.
That's
Pacho.
Pacho, yeah.
Ah.
And
Then we have
it
Marius.
would be great if clubs support his business by making orders and you get.
Mathias, sikring inn på andre bølge. Spisser, fyll opp innunder bøtta. Du skal trøkke inn et mål, ok? Har det 2 minutter overtid? Vegard, jævla bra spilt. Bra bytte. Varning. Norge. Ok. 10 målvakt. Han doppar aktiet, men det är bara en tillsägelse. Varningen gäller backarna. Okej?
We have a Colombian 2-minute suspension.
Do we?
Yes, and it is number...
Attack on equipment.
let's see here. We have Norway are 6 in the water, Colombia are 5 in the water, and it is number... Please update, computer.
Time penalty. Manuel's.
No, I don't think it's... we have...
There's time penalty up there.
Yeah, but it was blue 10. Yeah, so it's apparently it's Simon Diaz who's received a 2-minute 2-minute suspension. It's Simon Diaz from Orcas who are sitting out in the next 2 minutes. We have another call. It's holding. It's against Norway, so it's a Colombian free throw.
Where do you see the Simon Diaz getting this?
I see it here on the screen, and I can watch him over there.
What is this here?
That is the time penalty.
Over!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah, and now we have Lilo Diaz offering her help to the non-English speakers on the YouTube feed. Great work, Lilo. Nice you are helping us out. Colombia, despite being a man down, still has the ball, passing patiently around.
they're on the perimeter. They're going round and round the cylinder.
And oops, the back is not. Oh, there he sees it. Very disciplined work by Norway here. Obviously not stressed out that Colombia has a lot of possession. Passing around. Ooh, nice pass, but hits the back.
So
Colombia has the ball still. Colombia, remember, Colombia is playing 5 against 6 here.
I know they're dominating the possession still, and now they're tied up.
The suspension, the 2 minutes, come from a equipment grabbing.
Yes.
So
we saw that the
for
fitness
you,
pulled up.
Wilbert Alvarez is asking here why we had the 2 minute suspension. That was part of equipment grabbing. So that's the 2 minute suspension. And we'll see now. Colombia are 6 in the water again. So now we're back to 6 versus 6.
They change directions easily and with great fluidity. You see, after he passed that ball, he went over to take his position. So this is defined. This is a responsibility.
So you see Colombia testing out the Norwegian defense. They are waiting for a small gap in the defense, and then they will move in. But Norway has been very disciplined in their defense so far. Moving up, down,
long passes there.
going in, trying to pass it to the other side. This is close. He's a lot of guys down, but Colombia still has the ball, working hard to get it. Oh! Golazo, Colombia! That's
So even though the power play was in favor of
Colombia was 6
Norway.
men in the water there.
Oh, they
Yeah.
recovered. Okay,
Yeah.
so Colombia scores first, and it was a smooth move. Came
Yeah.
over the goalie, grabbed him, pulled him up, and dumped the ball in.
And it was number 10, Simon Diaz, who received a 2-minute suspension earlier, who just put that goal in. So number 10, Simon Diaz, with the first goal. Yeah, and now the YouTube feed is exploding.
And Amanda Bosch then to our side here, sighed audibly in disappointment. So
And that was a beautiful goal there,
it was.
moving in from the top.
And actually, wouldn't you say, Christian, that they have variation to the pattern that they have, so that when they decide they're going to attack,
Yeah.
suddenly it changes.
Yeah.
So you think you're getting used to the way they're playing. Joshua Royaga, okay, a punch. Oh, there, the ball's on the bottom. Get it. He does. Recovered by Norway. Pass up to Royawaga. And Norway's got to make up.
Actually, and we have somebody on the feed thinking the ball is white, but actually the ball is yellow. The ball is yellow.
Is it the EuroLeague ball?
The ball is the yellow EuroLeague ball. It's not the white ball. It's just the water quality been.
And the EuroLeague ball's not really a very good color. It's not
So-
bright enough. Oh,
So the ball is actually white. It's just the. Ooh, that was nice
He
work by the
strut-
Norwegian forward.
oh, this is stressful for Norway because these loose balls are creating the possibility of a strike.
That's a goal again.
Yeah,
Another goal by Colombia.
I wonder what happened.
Ooh.
Amanda, can you explain what happened? We didn't see that.
And we have. Let's just see
Looked
here
like
who
you
gets the goal here. That's number 95.
Amanda's going to tell what happened here.
Just gonna say Diego Ivan Rico with the goal.
Okay, and what happened? Your analysis, Amanda.
The back didn't meet with the feet, and then they had some space to deliver the ball around, and then they had some quick passes. So the back didn't turn quick enough to in the corner side, so it's kind of a gap between the wall and the back, and that's easy for.
And did he knock the goalie off?
Yeah,
And
but
it
it's
was
easy when the goalie doesn't see where the ball is.
it was a backside hit.
Yeah.
All right.
But they need to find a new strategy the attackers from Norway, how to take the ball from Colombia, because they let them play too much.
It's too comfortable.
And now
Yes.
we have a question: will there?
Thank you, Amanda.
Sorry, whether there's black pentagons on the ball, and actually there are black pentagons on the yellow ball.
Gray.
But again, the water quality has been gradual. The visibility has been gradually declining here during the day.
I think one other important thing to note is the Colombian players do not hold the ball under their armpit very much. It's mostly outstretched so that they can pass quickly. And holding the ball under your armpit slows you down. So their style is fast.
And this is difficult for the Norwegian team because they right now they don't have an answer to what Colombia is doing.
No.
Colombia is playing faster, and Norwegians are struggling with getting the ball.
That was an example where the Norwegian player actually got a decent forecheck on. He was tackling him. He was creating trouble. So the Colombian player managed to get free, but it slowed everything down just a little bit. And Norway has to be able to repeat that process over and over again.
And I think it's a lot about oh, nice long pass there. I think it's a lot about as a forward you need to not trying to lock the ball up, but trying to hit the wrist of the attacker to get the ball out instead of trying to lock it up.
Colombia down on the right side, tied up,
And we have the YouTube feed here is
managed to pass rather easily. Now they're coming in, and the player's on the left. He's unimpeded, and he's got some resistance, but he's able to swim over. And they're above the goal. There's no goalie. The goalie comes in. Norway's got it again, but Colombia's still moving in, pushing from above. If they find someone below,
there's a call there. Blue free throw. Blue free throw for Colombia.
What's the call there? I didn't see a signal. Hand signal. All right.
Again,
A
Colombia
lot of
is
pressure.
moving in.
He's going to push off the wall. No, he passes back. Coming from above, he's looking for the pass to the left. It was well timed. He's got the goalie. He's pushing. He's looking to oh, they managed to hold on to the ball. It's just good ball handling skills. That's all you can say, really.
Yeah, it's but it
2 minutes, 20 seconds roughly remaining in this first half here. Colombia leading 2-0 over Norway.
Ooh, he tries to push it down, but great goalkeeping there. Where's the ball? Oh, that's now it's empty goal, but
He's stopping it.
it's
Floating above.
This is exciting. The ball is wobbling just
the air.
hovering
I know,
right
yeah.
above the goal, but no goal. Oh, hit the
But now that he didn't see his teammate. Now they're going to have another hard push.
I think we have the push.
Pushing.
No, push without the ball.
Yeah.
Wide free throw. Free throw.
But
for Norway.
this is a good example where the tempo of the play even has the referees on their back feet. They can hardly keep up with what's going on here, right? I mean, the pace is fantastic here.
Yeah, and I mean we.
How many players in the Nordic countries are playing at this pace? Christian Schaefer.
Pointing towards myself. No, I mean, it's again.
A few.
Yeah. No, I think it's more than a few, but it's. It's difficult to say because
The style is different, but
the style is different, but it also I think personally now we see a Colombian fast break here, but personally I would like to see the forwards of Norway a bit more involved in this game. I think they are allowing the Colombians to play way too much with the ball, and if it's hard to facing the Colombian players head on, they should perhaps try to get a little bit more on the blind side.
he's going over the goalie looking for his teammate.
Passing
Pass
down.
up. Well, they were high up there. Now they're coming in from above.
That's
The goalie's lost.
Oh, another goal. Golazo again for Colombia. 3-0. This is very one-sided.
I mean, Norway has had no possession almost.
Nope. That was number 9, Daniel Felipe Rivera with that goal. Number 9, Daniel Felipe with the goal. Still Norway struggling with establishing any sort of meaningful ball possession. Colombia really imposing.
He's
their
got his.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm talking about. He has the ball way out from his body, closing in on the goalkeeper's head, but no Norwegian forward there.
Well, all I can say is that for all the young underwater rugby players in the world who are watching this, should be going into their minds a model of. I mean, the way that people take positions around the goal and are available for a pass, coming in at the right point. It's just incredible.
And then end of the first half.
3-0, Colombia leads at halftime.
The Norwegians look disappointed, but Norway really has to find something deep down in their game
Yeah.
if they want to turn this around. And remember, the winner of this number 17 there on the Colombian side.
Well, you know what Germany's hoping now.
Yeah.
Germany's hoping for a Norwegian win.
Yeah, because the winner of this game will go on and meet Germany.
Yes.
While the loser of the game will face Turkey. And here we see a happy Colombians players, quite naturally. Let's see who's.
So when we started this, we were talking about Turkey. I said Turkey. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And you said Norway.
Yeah.
And now we can see that Norway actually maybe not playing for gold or silver. It's possible.
Yeah. I mean, before this tournament, my power ranking was Norway, Colombia, Turkey. No, I think I said Norway, Turkey, Colombia actually. But I would say here midway through the tournament, my power ranking has switched. Right now, I think Turkey is the strongest team in the tournament, closely followed by Colombia. And those two teams just simply seemed better than the rest at this moment.
At a different level.
So right now it's tending towards seeing Colombia and Turkey in the final. That will be a very interesting match.
Yeah.
And the final match of the tournament will be played Sunday at 3 in the afternoon.
Yes.
So 3 o'clock on Sunday we'll see the men's final, where I think we're going to see Turkey and Colombia. And here we see happy Colombians shaking hands
I'll be
on the
back in
bench.
just a second, Christian. I'll leave you here by yourself for a second. Keep talking.
Yeah, I'm going to keep talking. And I have a first-hand view here to the beautiful trunks and cap of Pacho, the Colombian coach, the pink trunks and the pink cap. I hope you guys can find a shot of this because it's beautiful to see the work of What's Up Bro. Yeah, you see there the pink trousers, pink cap there. That's awesome. We have a question here that earlier we talked about a game without a back or defender, just to have a goalie, with the goalie and the forwards. A question from Niklas, and I think Darrell referred to. We see this very offensive style from some of the teams where it looks like they're playing with a lot of pressure after they lose the ball, and also in the middle of the pool. Turkey has been doing that, the Colombians as well. So sometimes it looks like that they playing with just like one defender or defensively minded player back, while the rest is their job is to get the ball back as fast as possible. I think that is the question Niklas is referring to here on the YouTube feed. But yeah, again, I strongly recommend you guys to just feel free to ask us any questions about the tournament or the feed here. We will try to answer your questions as good as possible. My Spanish is limited, but I'll try to translate what comes in here in the feed. And we have Simon is El Bollo. Simon is the chicken. I don't know if that's his nickname. But here we have start of the second half. Colombia again with the possession. They just seemed like they picked off where they left the first half. Now we have the Colombian player. No. Okay. Here we have a 2-minute suspension for the Norwegian captain Henrik Lundgren from Molde. 2-minute suspension for Norway. So we'll see Colombia playing 6 against 5. 6 against 5 here the next 2 minutes. And he received a 2-minute we have a Norwegian timeout. But just to recap, Henrik Lundgren from Norway got a 2-minute suspension. A Colombian player tried to steal the goal and Henrik responded in a furious way, trying to push the Colombian away, and I don't know if it was intentionally, but he certainly hit the face of the Colombian player, so he got 2 minutes sitting out. Huge loss here for Norway. We have. I can smell another goal. Somebody comments on the YouTube feed, and I think you're right, Kenny. I think we're gonna see another goal here, especially while Colombia plays 6 against 5. The Colombians are dancing and clapping on their bench, led by number 97. Hector is dancing on the bench, creating good times on the Colombian bench here. We have a question about the results of the day. If you're curious about the rest of the results, go into the Facebook page. It's Underwater Rugby U21 European Championships Sandefjord 2016. There you can find all the results of the days of the games matches. I don't have a complete overview with me here. I also have other duties as being in the commentary booth. So, but I go into the Facebook page where you can find the rest of the results. So we are back. Colombia has the ball. Oh, huh? Trickery from the Colombians. Yeah, it's creative. Yeah. Actually, I think we are at the game, at the point of the game where I don't see Norway getting back into it now. I think only it's a question of how much Colombia will win, as it looks right now. Yeah, and just to recap, who scored the Colombian goals? We started with number 10. That's Simon Diaz with the first goal. Then it was number 95, Diego, with the second goal, and the goal for 3-0 was number 9, Daniel Felipe Rivera. So that's the 3 goal scorers of the Colombian team: Simon and Daniel and Diego. So Norway gets the ball, but quickly stripped away from the possession. If you're wondering where Durrell is right now, he's out getting more cake. Durrell has had a very high consumption of cake, coffee, waffles during this weekend.
Yeah, but I'm back again. Sorry about the delay. I went over to talk with some Danish players who were watching this, and they said that they felt that the pace is so high, and Norway couldn't cope. And they said that actually they don't think that the actual method or tactics are that different. It's just the pace.
Yeah.
The speed of it is much faster. So they have to swim more. They have to be out there and move faster, swim faster, swim more.
Norway back with 6 men in the water. They survived the 2-minute penalty. The Colombians didn't
score again. No.
They didn't score. They didn't seem that eager for pushing on, despite being one more in the water. Henrik is back on the goal. You can see him now. And now there's a little push on the goalkeeper there from the Colombian player, but it's not called by the ref. Now Joshua with the ball, the Norwegian back, brings the ball to the surface. We can see the action from where we're sitting. Now you will also be able to see it. But great play by Joshua there. Brings over the surface scrum. Great individual effort by Joshua, the Norwegian back. Seaman Joshua Rogoya, number 4. We have a
molded player.
He's not anymore actually.
Not anymore. He moved.
He moved. Now Norway again struggling to put together. I don't think I've seen Norway put together 2 or 3 consecutive passes
Oh
in
wow!
this game.
All the way over. Dangerous.
Yeah. Great back play there by Amanda's brother. Again, Norway. Dream is
To the left
offline.
side. We've lost the YouTube stream. Oh, it's back again. Okay, so right now Colombia has a 3-0 lead with around 10 minutes left. They're up at the surface, and the pass is going to come down. They go, and definitely the Norwegians saw them going and dove at the same time in the front, and he's looking to pass over to the right side, but it's not possible, so they go over all the way to the corner, and from the corner it's easy to defend yourself too, isn't it? You've got some space you can push off of.
Yeah, but it's disadvantage to stay in the corner for too long
long,
time.
of course,
then
you get cornered.
You'll get boxed in.
Yeah.
But now again, Colombia is showing signs of attempting for a goal. But the Norwegian forechecking has improved here in the second half. But Colombia, they don't need. Oh, now all alone.
Yes.
Great goal. Oh, a goal
Another goal.
again. Yet another goal. That was just poor defending from Norway. Great goal there.
I mean, he came in and he made one stab, and then what happened after that?
The goalkeeper
grabbed the
was not
keeper?
aware. He was not receiving any help there. 4-0 Colombia. Goal scorer is number 97, the handsome brother of Lina Maria. That's Hector Jose, who scored the goal there. We have a question here. Who's the leader from Group B? I don't.
Turkey, probably.
Group A is Colombia, Norway, Sweden, and USA, while Group B is Germany, Denmark, Finland, and Turkey.
It's Turkey.
And Turkey is the leader of Group B. So the winner.
Oh, another fast break danger here.
So.
But
Just gonna recap while the play is standing still. Colombia will most likely face Germany, while Norway has to face Turkey.
another fast break here.
We have given number 97, Hector Jose, a new nickname. He will now be known as El Guapo, the handsome one.
Aha.
His sister gave him that nickname on the YouTube stream.
El Guapo.
And now we're gonna stick with that.
Okay. You know his sister?
No, she just commented on...
Is she an underwater rugby player?
I don't know, she commented on the stream. So now he's the handsome one. So, 8 minutes left here.
The intensity of the play is just amazing.
I mean, Colombia are just further ahead in their development as a team than Norway is what we can conclude from this match.
Part of it is also the speed and conditioning.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing you got to learn as a player and as a team. And Norwegians are, it's just Colombia's just a better team. I think we boils it down to that. That's the sum of being better conditioned, faster,
and more aware around the goal.
Aware around the goal. So it's just as simple as that.
So. Yeah, I mean, a free throw in favor of Norway resulted in nothing. They couldn't keep the ball for even a second. And Colombia coming over on the right side, pass up, he goes down, the ball scoots out, and he goes back and recover it. A new Colombian charge into the center, over to the right.
Boom,
Gonna go for it.
No,
doesn't. Oh, nice. The way they handle the ball is just so beautiful. And this is the way Beta likes to think of the game, that it's a lot of hand movement and ball.
Yeah, but the difference is that Beta does it in the surface to
deceive.
To deceive, and when they move down, it's usually
just regular play.
It's more direct.
Yeah.
While the Colombians
It's more straightforward European. Yeah.
Yeah. And now we have the
Oh, he's got the neck grip, but now he's forced to pass backwards. But there's no pain here. The Colombia team is just moving the ball around constantly, and the possession here is 90% in favor of Colombia, really, or even higher.
I don't think I've seen Norway put together three passes in this game. It's and now looking at the
Oh, it's going to go coming here now.
boom. Golazo one more time, Colombia.
I said it.
Yeah, you called it.
It was obvious that was going to happen.
Yeah. It's just dominant. Let's see who puts the goal in here. Do you think it will be El Guapo with the goal again? Or no, it's number 13. I'm sure he's a pretty guy as well. Pavel with the goal. It was Pavel with the goal.
So, do you think Colombia is going to send a team to European Championships if there are European Championships?
We can ask Rüdiger. He's standing behind us now. Whether Colombia will be able to participate in the European Championship. That's a question for him, not for me.
Okay.
And it will be an open European Championship. It is possible to participate, and that is not decided at the moment. And but when it is an open championship, then I think also some other countries will come. The USA and also the Australian had said to me when it will be an open European Championship, they will come to Europe.
Okay.
But
So what's the hold-up now for the decision? The board of directors have met, and they have decided yes or no to the application.
The application from the Hungarian is they applied for an open European Championship.
And was it accepted?
Yeah.
It's accepted.
And in my opinion, I think it is we should do it for 2 or 3 times. That the European Championship will be an open, that we can help to develop underwater rugby outside from Europe. And then we can say, okay, we do it 2 or 3 times. And otherwise, when I was in in Australia and in Singapore, I said to them they must do something in their area, for example, to hold an Pan-Pacific Championship.
Open.
No, it's kind of Pan-Pacific Championship because procedures of CMS allowed that a continental championship is for more than one continent.
okay.
And it make no sense. You couldn't do a continental championship for Australia and for New Zealand. It make no sense. It's 2 teams.
So what we're hearing here is that it's not yet to be decided whether it would be an open European Championship. The Hungarian Federation applied for an open European Championship, and obviously there's both pros and cons for that model. But Rüdiger is one of the pros here on the pro side. But just to quickly back to the game here, we have a 2-minute suspension for Norway with 4 minutes left.
But just to go back to the European Championships, the board of directors, they met in October, and did they vote on something?
Yeah, they have approved.
They have approved.
That only use date from the first application. Hungary had made 2 applications. The first application they give up I think in June of this year. Then they applied for a period next year. I think it was the last week in June. Because in Budapest was planned that there will be a
Swimming meet.
World Championship in swimming. Then swimming changed their date, and they kicked underwater rugby out. And then they find a new date, and the new date is in the 3rd week of August. And then they give a modified application to CMS. I think in middle of September or so, and I didn't know why they decided on the first application. Maybe the procedures in BOD that all things must be given to BOD 4 weeks before the BOD is, and then the members of BOD, I think they receive 3 or 4 weeks before the BOD meeting. They receive all the papers. That may be a reason, I couldn't say it, but next week I will be in Rome to meeting of sport committee, and then I will find out when the decision will be made.
So what date does Hungary want? 2nd week of August.
In the third, I think.
Third week.
I think 20th to 26th August.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I've wrote in this matter. I've wrote, or the commission had, and I have signed it. Have sent a letter to the federations to explain them the situation, and since some weeks I'm in close contact to Sultan. We are preparing the invitation. We want to finalize the invitation in this month or latest in the next month. And then we thought, when we know when it will be approved, we must decide what we will do, that we give the key information to the federations so that they can plan.
So if just to wrap it up, we have a discussion whether it will be an open European Championship this August in Hungary. Next August. The board of directors are still to decide whether to happen. But Rudiger has assured us that he will inform the federations as soon as there is a decision.
Yeah.
So if you are curious about this, ask your federation, because what will happen. But it will be very, very interesting to see whether it be open or a closed tournament.
I also will do it to inform also the community. Therefore, I use Facebook, but the ranking is in information is at first we give the information to the commission, then we give an announcement to the federations, and then afterward we give the information via Facebook, via internet. Maybe that's only from when I sent the email to the federation. And I posted in Facebook. Maybe that's at only some hours or so.
Okay, so and the Facebook page is the CMS Underwater Rugby Committee.
Yeah, the Underwater Rugby page. I think that's the best way to inform the community, all of the community, because in some federations there's some delay from receiving an email and inform their people. So
a lot of bureaucracy here to sort out whether we'll have an open European Championship or not. But Darrell, maybe you just recap what
I think
the discussion here.
One question I would have for Rudiger is that shouldn't there be an official announcement with a press release? It could be broadcast on Facebook as well, but that CMA should have a procedure where the things that go into the calendar, it goes up on the calendar and it goes out with a press release at the same time, and that way it's official and it's very certain, and all the PDF files and things like that, they can also be up there. Then people will know.
A press release, I don't know. I know that in the moment the date of the European Championship is in the calendar.
Yeah.
The European Championship.
But it's not listed on CMS though, or
it's listed on CMS.
On the official calendar.
On the official event calendar.
Okay, you could check that on the CMS event calendar.
You can believe it.
So
okay, that's big news.
So going to the CMS page under Sports Under the Rugby, going to the calendar page.
And check and see if that holds true.
And check for the information.
Then the other question would be, what do you expect the team fee to be at this time, if you compare it with Cali? Because Cali was expensive.
You mean the starting fee?
Yeah.
we have Sultan have made some calculation. It would be much cheaper than Kali. But some people criticize high starting fee. But the most people didn't think about that we have in Kali that we have 9 referees from Europe, and the cost for the flight must be paid. And some people compared with Helsinki 2011, and then I say, okay, the cost for the referees for traveling in Kali are 10,000 euro higher than in.
I think the discussion about the another goal Colombia here, but I think we just kind of lost focus on the game here. But the discussion about the price is again, that's number 97, El Guapo, the brother of Lina, with the goal. The discussion is the fee of the starting fee of the tournament, and I think a lot of rugby players, and I know for a fact, feels that CMS perhaps should have covered
The referees' costs.
Yeah, the CMS should have covered the referees' costs, so it not ended up
going back to the federations.
Going back to the federations and ultimately the players. We can obviously hear that things is moving on, and Rudiger and the others in the CMS
Game is over.
under the rugby committee is doing a great job pushing things forward. So things are happening, and you can go in and